Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. Here with a very special guest, the soccer sensation, Mr. Chris Nanco.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
What's going on, bro?
Nice to be here.
My pleasure, man. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah.
You're an interesting guy. I see you making a lot of moves. I see you dibble and dabble in a lot of different things. Because it is, first time meeting you. Have you done an interview before, by the way?
Yeah, of course.
You've done before?
Yeah, I've done a lot of podcasts and stuff like that too. So
experience.
Yeah.
I love that. I'd love to kind of dig into a little bit to your background and then go from there. So where did you grow up? And then we can take it from there.
Yeah, so I mean, my parents are from Jamaica. I grew up, though, I was born in Canada. I grew up in Brampton. Been playing soccer and stuff in Brampton ever since I was like the age of 4. And then, throughout my career, I've been all over the place, places in Europe, places in America, and then also here in Canada. So that's pretty much me. Yeah.
Very cool, man. So soccer was pretty much number one for you growing up.
Yeah. I mean, like growing up, I played a ton of sports and stuff. But soccer was always the one that I knew like I wanted to play. The one that like I really like fell in love with. Growing up, one of my older brothers played. So I have 2 older brothers. One played football and then one played soccer. So I was around the game like my whole life. And then my younger sister also played soccer. So I was kind of like born into it. Yeah.
Real shit, family business.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that, bro. When you were what age were you when you were like, man, I could take this pretty seriously. I've got something here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like since I was 4, like even like people like my family, and when they came to watch me and stuff like that, like they kind of saw that like I wasn't like the other kids, like just like you're running around the field cluelessly and stuff like that. Like I actually kind of like caught on to the game quickly. But I think by that time I was probably like 6 years old or something. Like you could see like I wanted to do this competitively. I joined Brampton, and then we had a lot of good players, a lot of guys that are still playing to this day and that have gone professional. It was like a lot of us local talent guys coming together and playing together from the 95 age group. And I think like around 6 or 7 years old, people saw that we could really do something with this.
Love that, bro. I find like we're both 95. Yeah. I find like when we were kids, soccer was still not that popular in Canada. I feel like your kind of generation is leading the way of popular Canadian soccer's made it a long way. Yeah. I feel like you guys were kind of pioneers in that.
Yeah, I think like, when you look back at our age group and the older age groups as well too, you see like we didn't have a lot of opportunities that the kids have now, especially because there was no pro leagues here like there is now with the CPL and stuff like that. So a lot of our opportunities had to come from like going places overseas, and even that was difficult because Canada soccer wasn't represented or wasn't as big of a thing worldwide as it is now. Like it's good to have those streams now for the younger generation. Like my generation and the older generations, it was more of like a pioneer kind of building block kind of thing for Canada soccer. It's still it's in pretty good hands now. So
absolutely, man. Are you into coaching right now?
I'm thinking about it. Okay. I haven't really done it. I mean, like I've done like camps here and there and stuff like that, but I've been thinking about, for what's to come after my playing. I think like I would probably want to get into like, maybe like privates or small groups and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I think that would be dope. I feel like you'd be a very relatable guy for a kid.
Like with me, my whole career kind of has been all about, like trying to create something for the next generation, trying to create opportunities for kids, the opportunities that were created for me as well, trying to pass that along, and just pass on my experiences and my knowledge of the game and the different pathways that you can go, because obviously I went through the college pathway. I played in Europe, I played in America, played in Canada, all over the place and stuff like that. So and a lot of the younger guys that I know that I've played with and stuff, they look to me to ask me questions and stuff like that. I just had one of the guys that I played with call me the other day, and he was just asking me about different things because he's in college right now. So that's something that I think always kind of connected me to the next generation, and something that, I look forward to passing on.
Very important, man. That willingness to give back, share what you've learned.
Yep.
Very, very valuable. You mentioned you played in the States. Where did you play?
Yeah, so I played in the States. So I went to school in Syracuse University. I did 3.5 years there, finished school.
The Orange.
Yep. Finished school there, and then I got drafted to Philadelphia. I played there for 2 years. And then after that, I came to Canada. And then most recently earlier this year, I was playing in Iowa with Des Moines.
Yeah. All over the place.
Yeah.
Syracuse is a massive school, bro. How was that going there?
It was crazy, man. Honestly, that was an experience in itself. I still miss it to this day. I still talk to some of my buddies from down there and stuff like that. So it was definitely an experience. Like soccer wise, it was a great school. There was times there was 1 year that was really good. We were ranked number 1. We went to the Final Four. And then, every other year we were doing really well too. We won an ACC championship. So yeah, like it was a really good school soccer wise. And, this past year they just won the national tournament too. So they're doing really well. And then just, in general, just off like non-soccer related, it was a great school to go to, like very fun. Like I think it was ranked like top 5 party schools every year I was there and stuff. So it was a great environment,
Absolutely, man. How did you get along with the other? Because it's a big sports school in general. How did you get along with the other teams? Yeah,
I think all the other teams, like we kind of had like a mutual respect and stuff. Everybody, like it's a big family there, because Syracuse doesn't have any professional teams there. So like the college is looked at to be like their professional like team. Like all the locals come out and support games and stuff like that. So yeah, you really get along with like the other teams. I think we were very close with like women's soccer, and like we talked to like all the basketball guys and the football guys and stuff like that. So like everybody just wanted to see everybody do well and just put on for the school.
That's very dope. Community based.
Yeah,
I like that a lot. And then you went directly to Philly from there.
Yeah. I got drafted to Philly. I think that was 2016, 17.
That's MLS?
Yeah, MLS. But then I signed with their second team, so in the USL.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great experience. I was there for 2 years. Learned a lot. I got to train with the MLS team at times. And then we did good. We had a couple playoff runs. And it was just a great jump for me to learn and be away from home, be in an environment where I could just focus on soccer and kind of try to elevate my game to the next level.
100%. I've heard from college athletes before, when they go into like a professional league, kind of miss the close-knit vibe of college. Did you feel that a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was kind of different, because like the atmosphere I was in Philly was like, like we had the apartments and stuff, and we were living with our teammates, so we're kind of still close-knit. But I think nothing comes close to college, because you're with these guys, you're living with these guys for like a good 4 years or whatever it is, and you see each other every day, you're training every day, you have classes with some of the guys on your team and stuff, you're living with them. So like I think it does nothing gets close, like nothing comes close to that kind of environment.
Yeah, you're damn near in the army.
Yeah, basically that becomes your new family, especially when you're away from home, living on campus and stuff. So yeah.
100%, bro. When you went to Philly, then Iowa, what kind of happened after that?
So I went to Philly, and then I came back to Canada.
Okay.
And then I came to Canada for 4 years. Played with Forge in Hamilton, and then there won 3 championships out of the 4 years I was there. And then I went to Iowa earlier on in this year, and then to Finland.
Very well-traveled guy, bro.
Yeah.
And extremely different places. Iowa, Hamilton, Finland.
Definitely different experiences there. Totally different places and stuff like that. So, you go from like Syracuse, where basically you just live on campus and stuff. Everything's on campus that you need. You go to Philly, obviously amazing city. And then you go to Hamilton. I guess like there's not much to do in Hamilton, but
Steel Town.
Steel Town, industrial city. And then you go to Iowa. Iowa's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah, it's like, it's just out there in the middle of nowhere, you know, like very relaxed, chill and stuff like that. And then Finland is just a totally different country, so different atmosphere there.
I got to hear more about Finland because that was your most recent stop.
That's my most recent.
You just got back.
I literally just got back October 5th. So
welcome back, bro.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
What led up to Finland? First of all, like how the hell did you get out there?
Yeah, so I was playing in Iowa, and then you know, like an agent reached out to me, and they're like, yeah, like we want to like represent you if you're not being represented right now, and we have we'll try to find you some opportunities and stuff. And then, you know, they work closely with some teams out there. So yeah, they brought me out there, and then I was just like, you know what, like this is like my time to go play in Europe. I want to experience it because obviously when you're a little kid, you just dream of playing in Europe. That's like the number one thing. So yeah, I was like, let me go out there, see what it's all about. And then yeah, I went out there, and you know, I loved playing out there. The atmosphere, because, you know, it's like footy comes first out there, and you know, it's not like here in Canada where you have like hockey and basketball and all that stuff. But yeah, like it's just a different atmosphere out there, and, you know, it's more of a chill environment. It was nice to get away from, like, you know, the busy Toronto lifestyle and everything like that. So it was good.
Very cool, man. What was the competition level like up there?
Yeah, it was a good competition. You know, I think it's definitely comparable to, you know, Canada and the CPL and stuff like that. And then I think, like, you know, there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent out there. Yeah, but, like, you know, I'm always looking to take a step higher and everything like that. So yeah, I just had to go out there, do my thing, and, you know, hopefully next year something better comes along too.
Represent Brampton out in Finland.
Exactly.
Love it, bro. How was the nightlife out there? Because that's gotta be way different.
It's weird. So when I was out there, I was in a small town. So, like, I think in the town there was, like, somebody told me there was only like a population of like 6,000 people. So I was like, okay, there's nothing to do out here. So like that town I was in, there's nothing to do out there. But there's like, they have like bigger cities, and everybody takes the train out there because you have to go like 3 hours to this place or 4 hours to this place, whatever it is. So like in the bigger cities, the nightlife and everything is good. You know, I think like Helsinki is like basically like Toronto, just like a smaller version kind of. So the nightlife is good out there. But just like where I was, it wasn't that great.
They had the bar, one bar for the town.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, bro. And then coming back home, did that change your perception a little bit? Like, wanting to go back out there maybe, or other parts of Europe? Yeah,
I think you know, I would definitely go back out there. You know, I think especially like being able to play like a full year out there and see how well I do. I think that would be a great experience for me. But yeah, I'm open to playing in different places. I like to go travel to different places, experience different cultures and stuff like that. So whether it's coming back to Canada, going to America, Finland, or even another country, like, I'm open to anything, to be honest.
It's a great way to be, man.
Yeah.
Keep your options open.
Yeah, I think you know, like, that's what they call the game the world. This is the world sport. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, everywhere you go, every country you go is different. It's different in every country. So, you know, I want to experience as much as I can.
Very smart. Yeah. Very, very smart. That's dope, bro. A question I like to ask athletes, just because this happened recently. I don't know if you might have been in Finland for this. Did you hear about the hockey coach Mike Babcock? Like, he got into some shit because he was asking players to see their phones.
Really?
I don't know if you heard about that.
No, I didn't hear.
And he's got a reputation for being like a dickhead, you know? Yeah. So I was kind of curious to hear from a soccer player's perspective, like coaching culture in soccer. Did you ever deal with coaches that disrespectful, where you felt like it wasn't helping you as a player? It was just kind of mind games?
No, I don't think so. I think, like, yeah, all the coaches that I've had were really good coaches, really respectful, and like I've been on teams where there's pretty much like younger coaches, so like they're kind of, you know, more relatable and stuff. So I think, yeah, like I haven't been on any any teams where something like that's going on. Luckily enough, like haven't had to experience anything like that. But that's just hearing that's a crazy situation there.
It's crazy, right? Because I'm like, damn, how would I react to something like that?
And those hockey guys are different, yo. Those guys are crazy too. So
exactly, man. Exactly. So you're wearing. I noticed you got something specific on, bro. That's not just some regular brand.
I got a little bit of my brand, what I do on the side when it comes to after soccer and stuff like that. So my brand, I have Kicked Up Culture. So that's what it is.
Show that off more, bro.
Yeah, bro. Kicked Up Culture. This is our 3D puff hoodie. I pretty much sold out now, but I got to make some more. But like oversized hoodie.
Zips all the way up.
Zips all the way up. 3D puff printing and stuff like that. So like good material, heavyweight. Everybody loved it. Actually was selling these out in Foot Locker as well too in Brampton last year. Did so well. Everybody's begging me for more, and now I gotta get on that. But yeah, that's my brand. That's what I rep and everything like that. So yeah.
Walking billboard.
Yep, exactly.
Good for you, bro. You gotta give me the history of this though. Now you told me about your soccer Kicked Up. Where is this born?
So basically, like it all started. So I cut hair. So it all started. I've cut hair. I've always been into fashion. So basically how it all started is growing up, like I was always that kid. Like if you ask any of my friends, I was always that guy that had like the crazy hairstyles, like mohawk, colored hair, designs in his hair, everything like that. So like I traveled a lot, so I never had a specific barber, and I never had a specific barber that knew like what kind of like exactly what to do to my hair. So I ended up like just as I was traveling and stuff, I ended up learning how to cut my own hair. And then eventually, like, I got, like, good enough where people were asking me, like, yo, why do you always have, like, a fresh haircut? And I'm like, yo, I cut my own hair. And then they're like, okay, can you cut my hair? And I was like, I could try. And then one thing led to another, and I kept on cutting hair. It got better and better. And then when I came back to Canada in 2018, the end of 2018, I was like, you know what? Might as well just maybe start a business or whatever. And, like, so that's when I started the haircutting business. And then from that, I was like, you know, like, let me just like make some hoodies and stuff, or like with a logo on it, so I can like cut hair and that and everything. And then people started liking that and they wanted it. So I'm like, you know what, I could make clothing and sell clothing and stuff like that too. And then so I started that in 2019, and that's where like the brand really like started taking off. And then so I've been doing the brand since 2019. Making all different types of clothing. We have like knitwear, accessories, sweatsuits, t-shirts, hats, like I don't know, anything you can name, we pretty much have it. But yeah, it's been growing pretty much pretty rapidly, and like all the people I work with, like models, photographers, videographers, everybody's like local from like Brampton or GTA area. So yeah, it's pretty enjoyable.
Very dope, bro. I'm very impressed, man. This guy says I had to learn to cut my own hair.
Yeah, man.
And turn that into a damn business.
Times were tough, yo. Times were tough.
Fuck, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I give you a lot of respect for that. They say it takes a lot of balls. First of all, just to cut your own hair is a ballsy move. Yeah. And then to turn that into your own business, man.
Yep. There was one time I was in Florida. It all started because I was in Florida one time, and like the barber just messed me up, like pushed back one of my corners, and like I was just like, oh my God, bro. I was like, yeah, I can't let this happen again, bro.
And that was it.
That was it, bro. And then the business started.
Did you ever fuck up your own hair?
I don't think I've ever fucked it up. I would just say like probably the fade or something hasn't been the cleanest, like in the early stages, but I've never like did something where somebody just like noticed it, like, oh, like that was a terrible haircut, Chris, or something like that, you know? I was like, yeah, and like especially with not with anybody else. I like made sure like I was good on my own before I touched anybody else's hair.
So you got to be the most popular guy on the team, then, bro. Everyone's got to be lining up for cuts.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, you cut hair, like especially when I was going to these new teams and stuff. Like everybody's just like, you cut hair, okay, good. Like after training, you and me, I'm like, all right, cool, I got you.
There we go, man. You cement your role on the team right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched Ted Lasso. You ever see that show?
I was watching that recently.
There was a guy one of the players was cutting the hair. Yeah. There we go. That's real shit.
Yeah.
Based on Chris Nanco, man. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And then with Kicked Up, did you see it to be what it is today? Like I
honestly, like I didn't like. Honestly, I just went with the flow. I'm still learning to this day because like I'm still learning about like the different things in fashion, like manufacturers and all that stuff, like different products and materials and everything like that. So I honestly didn't see it growing as rapidly as it did, and like seeing it be what it is today. And like now it's like I feel like it's an actual like proper brand rather than just like a clothing line or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
we do like we've done like charity work. We raised a lot of money for like Black Lives Matter movement. You know, we dibble and dabble in different lanes now and stuff like that. And I'm planning on expanding and stuff. And if I do end up doing the coaching stuff, then I'll do it through the brand as well too. And you know, like in the future, like I want to, you know, have it be something like I've talked with my boys. I want to have it be like a business where like me and all my boys are working together to build up. And shout out to my boy Markel. He cuts hair with me as well too. So yeah, like me and him have been starting it since day one. And then, you know, I want to have like my other boys come in and join us as well too.
It's so sick when you start something and then you realize, holy shit, there's so many different things within this thing.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You think about a t-shirt, you don't think about the manufacturing, you don't think about all the other things.
Yeah, I've been learning a lot, and you know, it's definitely been a learning process for me, but I enjoy it, and you know, it's something that's fun for me, especially like if soccer's not going good or something, is something to get me away from that, and you know, like kind of like keep me level-headed and everything like that. So
absolutely, man. I think it's really great because with any sport, any physical thing, like you gotta know it's not forever.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
For you to you're still active, you're still playing, you're still doing that, but you're building your next life, really. Huge, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the big thing. And I think you see like a lot of athletes and stuff like doing that too now, and especially because, you know, now, you know, social media and stuff is big, and you know, you see athletes having more of a platform on social media and everything like that. So they're kind of using their name to kind of build what's next and build, you know, a little bit of longevity there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I like about your story is like that self-sustainability, you know, like go out to Finland, go out somewhere else, make my own shit, cut my own hair. Like to me, that shows that you're built for a lot of different situations and can not only survive but thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I think that just comes with like, you know, ever since I was like a young kid, I was like going to different places and I had to like kind of be comfortable being on my own and stuff.
Yep.
You know, like I have a family that's, you know, the most like loving and supportive and everything like that. And you know, I know that, you know, when I come back here, they're always gonna ride for me and everything like that. But then it's like, I've gone to college. I had to learn how to like cook and everything and do all that stuff on my own. I'm going over to Europe, and I was going to Europe even when I was in high school and stuff too. So I think from a young age, I had to kind of like learn, you know, how to deal with certain things on my own. And I think that kind of ties into, you know, the way I'm building things with the brand and everything like that now.
Absolutely, man. You learn that there's really no limits.
Yeah.
You know, you've already made it this damn far.
Yeah.
Beat already a lot of odds.
That's it, bro. That's it. You just got to keep working at it.
Real shit.
Yeah.
With the barber business, do you have your own shop or is that like mobile?
So I have like a little studio space set up at my house.
Dope.
But yeah, eventually I want to have a space where, whether it's like a little small shop or probably start off with a little small shop, but then my dream is kind of like to have like a little mini warehouse where I have like, you know, like the barbering business in there, I have the clothing business in there, and then eventually I've been talking to my friends and stuff, and we want to do the soccer training, and one of my boys does personal training, so we want to have like, you know, like a little mini gym in there, kind of like a one-stop shop for different things. So for example, like say a parent brings in their son to get a haircut or something, or to do training, their son can be training and then they can be getting a haircut at the same time. That way they're not just sitting around and everything like that. So yeah, kind of like a one-stop shop for different things.
That's a great idea, bro. It kind of reminds me of what you said about Syracuse when everything was right there.
Everything's building your own little
right college.
There. Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, that's what we call it, kicked up culture. So kicked up culture to us means like, you know, like being kicked up is like, you know, just being relaxed, chilling with your friends and you know, having your feet kicked up or whatever it is. And then, you know, like for the culture, so like you know, creating our own little culture and our own little environment. Yeah.
Very cool, bro. And it's yours.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's what it is. So I'm trying to make it so it's like, you know, me and my boys kind of thing, you know, like I've been close with like my main group of friends ever since I was younger, like since I was a baby, basically. So we've all grown up together and everything, and we've all, fed off of one another. And this is something I want to in the future for all of us to tie in together.
Amazing, bro. There's nothing better than like making money, having success with people that you really care about.
Exactly. Yeah.
What can beat that?
Nah, I don't know. Not much.
Not much, bro. Not much. And you guys are all from Brampton?
Some of us are from Brampton, then some are from Toronto and stuff. So
I asked that because Brampton, bro, fascinates me. Like, there's so much talent in Brampton.
So much talent. It's honestly crazy. You look at just like alone in soccer. Like, I think Brampton's doing big things now in other sports, like basketball as well too. But you look at soccer alone, and I remember looking at this previous World Cup, and like I think like half the starting lineup was from Brampton. So it's crazy the amount of talent that comes out of Brampton, the amount of pro players that have came out of Brampton and stuff like that. So Brampton's definitely on the map.
It really is, bro. It's funny because Brampton has like a stigma, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's the place. Like,
all the talent comes everybody hates on Brampton. Well, I'm like, yo, how can you hate on Brampton when all the talent's coming from Brampton, bro?
It's crazy, bro. Athletes, music, like everything,
man.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Soccer lifestyle, like you mentioned, you're more of a laid back guy. I could tell, obviously, kicked up, all that. Is that like, are soccer players fucking wild, or is it more laid back?
I think it's a different mix, like I've definitely had some teammates that are kind of wild and stuff like that, but I feel like most soccer players are pretty relaxed and chill and stuff like that. I would say one thing, like the thing that the stereotype is that the goalies are usually crazy. You have to be crazy to go in net and get a bunch of balls shot at you and stuff like that. But so the goalies are usually crazy. But yeah, like I think for the most part, like soccer guys are pretty chill. Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned you were always into like fashion and hair, because I always see the soccer players with their hair done like proper for the game. Big like fashion guys.
Yeah. I was literally recently been watching the David Beckham documentary, and like the amount of hairstyles that this guy had, like, it's crazy, bro. It's insane. Yeah. And then like guys, like one of my favorite players is Neymar, and like Neymar's had like a million different hairstyles and stuff like that. So like hairstyles and fashion is really big in soccer. Yeah.
It really is. Neymar got hurt today, no?
Yeah. Actually, I think I was reading the news, and he said I think it's torn ACL, so he's done for, I don't even know, like probably a good year.
And he's kind of getting up there in age too, right?
Yeah, he is getting up there in age, so I don't know how this is going to affect the rest of his career, but I feel like a lot of talented players are kind of dropping out young now too as well. Like Hazard, for example, he's retired now too, and I think he was only like 32, 33 or something like that.
Do you think part of that's because they see so much more potential to do other things outside of soccer?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it is. I think, but I think with like guys like Neymar, he's had a lot of injury problems, but he's also one of those guys that he's already building like a brand outside of soccer, because like he's been doing that ever since he was young, right? So. You see those top guys doing those things because they know, like, okay, soccer's only for a certain amount of time, and like I want that longevity, and they see that they can make a lot more money as well too, from things like endorsements and all that stuff that come outside of soccer. So
yeah, a lot more opportunity, because I feel like the guys back in the day, like before internet and before like, unless you were the big star, there wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, I think like you see like things like the Michael Jordan documentary and everything like that, and that's kind of like what puts things on the map. It's like I think all the athletes are trying to go for like deals that set them up for life like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you see like guys like Neymar going to leaving Nike and going to Puma, because I think he thinks Puma's gonna set him up, like with a big deal like that to set him up for life. And like a guy like Michael Jordan has like. He's good. He's good. His kids are good.
Money,
like,
man.
Everybody's good, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And even you saying that now, like, makes me excited about your brand, because you start having other players rocking your
that's
shit.
What I'm saying. I'm trying to get out there and have more people rocking it and like become like influencers and everything like that. And then like I want to look into eventually down the line. I want to look into like sponsoring teams and sponsoring players and stuff like that too as well.
It's so interesting, bro. Like you said, like when you keep going, so many more opportunities come up. Doors really open.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. You never know. Like you never know what can happen. You know, like I remember one day I was just sitting in my room and my brother hits me up because his friend works at Foot Locker, and he's like, oh, like this guy wants to have your brand in Foot Locker, and I'm like, oh, okay, like bet, like let's do it. And then so there was one weekend where I was 2 days in Foot Locker selling my clothes and stuff, and like that's the most sales I made in 2 days and everything like that, and like it was crazy. And it's like it's good because like, you know, I know like all my friends and stuff are gonna support the brand. They like the brand and stuff, but it's nice to like go into like be selling out of a store and stuff, and then you just see random people come in and they're like they weren't even going to like the Foot Locker stuff. They were coming to my stuff and they were looking at my stuff and everything. They're like trying it on and everything like that, buying it and stuff. So it's like it's nice to see like, you know, like the population that I don't really know like connecting with my like designs and stuff.
100%, bro. It is sometimes like as strong as you might be, getting some validation is nice. You know,
exactly.
Like, oh shit, it's not just my baby.
Yeah, it's
other
nice.
people
Yeah,
fuck
like,
with it too.
No matter what, like I put out whatever I put out, I love it. But it's nice to see like other people, like, you know, like connecting and loving the brand and the message and stuff too.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah. You got any other pop-ups planned?
I might do. So I know FTF. So First Touch Football. They do a Boxing Day like soccer tournament thing. I did a pop-up there last year, and maybe I'll do it again this year. So that's probably one to look out for on Boxing Day. It's in Mississauga where is it? Mississauga at one of the indoor domes. I think it's like the school, like Mississauga Secondary School or something like that.
Gotta pull up.
Yeah, so I think maybe I'll do that one. But yeah, I'm trying to do more pop-ups. I did one last year as well too at event in Toronto called Raw, which is like a
Raw Artists.
Raw Artists. Yeah. So that one dope. I was in there with my brother because my brother's a photographer as well. So he was showing off his photography, and then I was doing the clothing aspect to it. So yeah, I did that one last year as well. So I wanna continue to go into those ones as well.
Smart, man. And you're touching different demographics too.
Yeah, exactly.
Artists, Foot Locker, Dome, all different kinds, man.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Fuck with that. Question I had for you, bro, and a tough question, but hear what you think. As a soccer player, what was the biggest challenge you felt like you faced, man? There had to be some tough times.
You know, obviously, I think it's just you know, when you're in like this line of work, it's like there's gonna be like ups and downs. Like nobody just has like, you know, even like the top footballers and stuff like that, like nobody has just like a career that just keeps going up and up and up, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a point where they have like down times. So like with me, like throughout my career, I've had a lot of injuries and stuff like that, and like it's easy to just, you know, like get down on yourself and like, you know, you lose that confidence because, you know, one day you're playing really well and then the next day you're injured and it's just like, all right, now I'm out for 2 weeks, or now I'm out for a month, or now I'm out for 2 months, you know? So like it's sad because all you want to do is be on the field playing and be healthy and everything like that. So I think that's one of the things that I've had to learn how to face and deal with and keep like a positive mindset to it. And then, yeah, like I remember, what was it? A few years ago, I had I think it was like 2019. I remember I started off the season really well, and then but I started off the season playing really well, but I wasn't scoring. And then I found myself on the bench, and then one of my boys came up to me that was played on the team. Shoutout Kwame. He came up to me and he's like, "Yo, like you just got to keep a positive mindset. Everybody knows you can play. Everybody knows what you can do. But just keep a positive mindset, because like the longer you dwell on it, like it's just gonna hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So once you keep that positive mindset, like your confidence will come back, and you know you'll play better and everything like that. So I think that's something that like, you know, I had to learn throughout my career.
That's some real shit, bro. I like that advice he gave you, man. When you think you're shit, then you keep playing like
that's
shit.
That's it, bro. Once you get down on yourself, you're just going to keep making mistakes because you're going to be in your own head, right? Yeah. So if you keep that positive mindset and you just focus on the next move, the next thing, you know, you're going to have some success. And, you know, Kwame, it's so funny coming from him, because like that guy just walks around with a smile on his face all the time. So
contagious.
Yeah, exactly. So you need those people in your life, and then like that's a lesson I had to learn.
Good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that too.
Yeah.
What was the main injury that you dealt with?
For me, the main injuries I've been dealing with are like more muscle related, so like hamstrings and stuff like that. I've torn my quad too. So yeah, like I've had a few injuries. But
bro, a torn quad seems crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it's not a fun thing. That kept me out for most of last year. And then I had to work back from that. But like I just keep pushing and keep coming back, and try to get as much games and playing time and stuff like that as I can, because I know that eventually it's gonna be over, bro. Eventually it's gonna be over, and I just want to look back and be like, I did everything I could.
I respect it, bro. I respect it. It's impossible question, but like, do you have a amount of time that you want to keep playing until?
Yeah, I mean, bro, like I would play until the legs fall off. What I'm saying? So, obviously, when you look at soccer players and you look at like how long or when they retire, on average, it's like if you're lucky enough, like mid 30s, and some most like also retire like early 30s. But I would keep playing until I can't play anymore, bro.
It's a good answer, man.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a very, very good answer, bro. I keep thinking about a torn quad, man. That sounds like torture.
It's not fun, bro. It is not fun. It's not fun because you could do certain things, but once you start kicking the ball or something like that, you're just like, yeah, like I'm not good. I'm not good to play right now.
Facts, bro. Are you a wrestling fan by any chance? Random question.
Wrestling fan? Not really.
One of my favorite wrestlers tore his quad, and like you see his face, just pure agony, bro. I'm like, holy fuck.
It's insane, bro. Cause just like I remember how mine happened. It was literally a routine. I just kicked the ball, felt a little pop, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not good. And like I could train, like I could do certain things, but then once you start to like ramp things up and stuff, you're just like, nah, like I can't. I'm not 100%. Like
you feel it.
Yeah, and like if you just keep playing on it, it's just gonna get worse and worse, and like it's not a good look.
Playing hurt's common though, right? Like you're always pretty banged up.
Yeah, I mean you get banged up and stuff like that, but like I feel like you're sore like after you train or after you play and stuff, you're sore, but then like the next day, like once the ball's in front of you again, you're just like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Adrenaline
hits. Exactly. Adrenaline kicks in and you're just like, all right, this is what I do.
That's the difference between an injury, right? Like an injury,
an injury, you're just like, I can't do this, and but like soreness and little fatigue and soreness, like there's a fine line between it, and like that's what like a lot of players need to learn is like, like you're gonna be sore and you're gonna be bruised up, you're gonna be banged up, but that's all a part of the game, So, yeah.
Do you feel like that's something where maybe there's like a disconnect, like a younger generation, maybe?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the younger generation, they I don't know. I wouldn't say like they complain or something like that, but I've seen like young players like complain and be like, yeah, like we're training a lot, or like I'm exhausted, or like I'm banged up. I needed like a day off or 2 days off or something like that. But they need to realize like now you're in a professional environment. Like this is your job. This is how you pay the bills, and you have to train and you have to win games and stuff. And you have to show up every day and with the mindset that like I'm gonna get better this day and this day and this day. So I feel like a lot of young players need to learn that, and I think like like if you're able to learn that from a young age, you'll have a lot of success.
I like how you put that. Like, yo, this is your job now, man.
Yeah, that's it, bro. This is your job now. So like you got to realize like when winning is on the line and titles are on the line and like money is involved and all that stuff, like this is your job, and they're like teams are always looking for that next player that's gonna fill your position. So you have to show up every day and show them that like you're the best option for them.
Real shit.
Yeah.
It's a game, but it's not really.
Exactly. At this point, it's like, bro, like you obviously like I like when young players ask me, I always say, yo, like first thing is you have to have fun, you have to enjoy playing and stuff, because that's how you're gonna play your best. But at the same time, you have to have in the back of your head that like you have to get the job done.
Yeah. it comes with a lot of fucking sacrifice.
Yeah,
Man.
it does. Like you have to sacrifice a lot. Like I remember, like even my family says, like, all that's asked me all the time, like my cousins and everything, they're like, okay, are you gonna be here for Christmas? Are you gonna be here for this holiday or whatever? I'm like, half the holidays, like half the year I'm missing because, you know, we're traveling and I'm playing games and stuff like that. And most of the time I only see my like my extended family on Christmas. So it definitely comes with a lot of sacrifice. Like you obviously can't do everything that like normal people are doing, like going out and all that stuff. Like, yeah, you can go out or whatever, you can have a drink here and there, but like it's like you can't go out and party and everything like that because you have a game like every week, you know what I'm saying? So so it's definitely like a lot of sacrifice.
Those are the conversations I love to have, bro, because someone could look at you and be like, oh, sick, played in Finland, sick brand, all the probably mad girls, like all this shit, but you also had all those fucking nights of practice and training. Yeah, that's it.
Everybody's like, oh, you have so much fun. You get to go to this place and this place, and like you get to go like spend time in like Mexico or wherever it is. Like I'm like, yeah, like I'm going to these places, but you got to realize like I'm not enjoying like being on the beach or whatever like it is. Like I'm there like training, and you know, like I don't get to just go sit on a beach and drink pina coladas and all that stuff all day and whatever. Like I'm there training and working out and everything like that and playing games, and that's like the bulk of what we're doing. And then like if I'm not doing that, like I'm in the hotel, we're doing meetings, we're stretching and all that stuff, we're like hydrating and making sure we're good for the next day and stuff. So like when you go on like away trips, it's like rather than it becoming like when you're home, it's like a whatever, like 4-hour, 5-hour day, whatever, like you're training and you have lunch and you stretch and all that stuff and you work out. And then, but when you go on the road, it's like, it becomes like a 24-hour thing. You know, you're in meetings late at night, you're having your meals and all that stuff. You're doing stretching, you're doing the gym sessions, you're out training on the field and everything. So like, yeah, the away trips are harder than being home.
100%, bro. That's real shit. That's that work travel.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It's just fun because you make it fun.
Yeah, it's fun because you know you're with your boys, you're around your team and everything like that. You're obviously experiencing a new place and stuff, but it comes with like a lot of work and a lot of effort. It does,
bro. Even I was on I don't do a physical job. I have a desk job. But I was away last week, and I'm like, fuck, bro. Just like 4 or 5 days of eating out. Yeah. You know, you don't have your bed.
Yeah, like,
bro. It's not like, your shower.
Yeah, when you're away from home for extended periods of time like that, like it's not enjoyable, bro.
Yeah, bro. And you're working the whole time. Like,
exactly. It's not. It's not
real, man. I like that you brought that up, bro. Because again, I think right now it's a very like Instagram time, TikTok time, like clout, you know.
Yeah, everybody just posted it on stuff that's not even real, just posting the good life, and you know.
It's all nice, bro, but a lot of shit comes with that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, so even someone like Beckham, like how far he's come.
Yeah.
He worked his ass off for it, you know.
Yeah. That's it, bro. You gotta work and you'll see some success.
100%, bro. We talked a little bit about coaching. If a kid were to come to you and be like, Chris, I wanna make it, man.
Yeah.
Give me some advice. What would be like a fucking like golden rule for them? Like if you're not committed to this, it's not gonna work.
Honestly, I feel like, I mean, I've touched upon it already, but like I feel like just to reiterate, I think like the number one thing I tell kids is like number one, you have to enjoy it. You have to play with a smile on your face. You have to enjoy it. But at the same time, I say like, if your time doesn't, like you see, for example, you see like other people around you like having success at a younger age and stuff like that, it's like that might not be your time to have a lot of success. Your time might come a few years later. So like, for example, like for me, I had a lot of success when I was younger, you know, like U17 national team, U20 national team and stuff like that. But then, you know, and then the guys that were on my team, like I was the one having the most of the success, and then later on they started having the success. And I've seen guys like not play professionally until they're like 25, 26 years old. So you got to keep working at it. You never know when, you know, the opportunity is going to come up, and like you just got to keep working and like you know, working to make sure that when the opportunity comes, you're ready. So I think like, yeah, like that's my number one thing, is mainly like have fun, enjoy the brand of football that you're playing, because obviously, you know, the way you play it represents you. So enjoy the brand of football that you're playing, and then also is just, work your ass off and be ready for when your opportunity comes, because there will be a time when that opportunity comes.
Real shit, bro. I think you could take that just for life in general.
Exactly. Yeah.
Love that.
And that's the thing too. Like, I feel like soccer teaches you so much about life and vice versa. So, yeah.
Wise words from the man, bro. Wise words from the man. Before we wrap up, I just like general questions. What kind of fashion trends are you feeling right now, bro? How are you feeling about the game?
I don't know. I mean, like, I wear a lot of my own stuff, which is like basically
Great
like,
answer.
I'm into like the oversized look too, the vintage style. I'm really big on the vintage style right now, especially going to Europe too and stuff. I've always fucked with European style clothing and everything like that. I think like that's like the kind of style I'm into right now, is the vintage, the thrifting and everything like that, because I feel like fashion, it's not about just like, like, oh, I'm gonna wear Louis Vuitton or I'm gonna wear Gucci or like all the name brands, like the luxury stuff. I think it's like you truly know fashion and you truly have some sense of style when you can like put together like different pieces from different places and stuff like that. Not things that are just like, luxury and cost like $200 or whatever
Facts.
it is. Like, I think if you can go to Walmart and put together an outfit, I say you have style, bro.
Real shit. That's facts, bro. I say that all the time. Like, anyone can buy an expensive outfit, bro. You gotta wear that shit.
Exactly, bro.
The clothes can't wear you. You wear the clothes.
That's it. And then it's like you gotta know, obviously, your body type and your, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and how something looks on you, and obviously there's so many things that go into it. And but yeah, like, if you can put together different items and stuff like that, then that's what fashion is to me.
Well said, bro. Yeah. And Toronto right now is going crazy with like the vintage clothes.
Yeah, it's real big.
One of the biggest cities.
It's real big right now. You see a lot of like different thrift stores and everything like that, and like obviously all the reselling and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely a vibe right now.
It's a time, man. It's a time. Fuck, bro. I really appreciated this conversation. I learned a lot. Had a lot of fun. Anything you want to promote, plug?
Yeah, I mean, you guys could follow the brand at Kicked Up Culture on Instagram, TikTok. So it's spelled KICKD, so no E in Kicked, and then UP Culture. And then, follow me at Chris Nanco. Nanco is spelled NANCO. And yeah, that's me.
My guy. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out Jordan Hibbert, man.
Yeah, shout out Hibbs, bro. Shout out Hibbs. Day one, bro. Day one.
Real shout out, man. But yo, Chris Nanco, I appreciate you, bro. Shout out Kicked Up Culture. Might have to cut my hair one of these days, bro. Make that happen.
Holla at me, bro.
Versatile Vigilante. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it, man.